Hi folks, and welcome to the Film channel. And this time I'm here with something really special. I'm in the springtime woods, and everything is fine. And I want to offer you a kind of perspective that's rarely given. Um, it is about the topic of survival knives, of course, and today I have a knife for you that is a genuine survival knife. It has been used in a survival situation, and if you so well, but a situation that is more than realistic, and that's happening to date in Ukraine and Gaza and everywhere else. It is the story of my grandma, and I don't know. I think it was 1945 that um, they had to flee from Silesia to the Ruhr region in Germany, and because the Allies came, and that, by the way, that's a really good thing. Just saying. And she always carried a knife and some matches in her apron, and she knew a lot of things, and a lot of the herbal knowledge and uh, forest knowledge I know I owe to her. She she took me on a winter overnighter when I was 3 years old, and we slept under a big spruce tree, and with a wool blanket and a little fire, and well, she was the like. uh, she always walked barefoot in the garden and was gardening all the time. Knew every plant with a surname, and told a lot of stories of the old Prussian gods and stuff. I don't know if she actually did believe in them still, but she certainly had something going on with the ancient gods with the ember crowns. And I want to show you the knife I inherited, and well, this is it. This is what most people refer to as a potato peeler or a cheese knife. It's a kitchen knife, and this is what she always carried in her apron. Um, I think all over her life, even when she was already very sick, she always took care that she got dressed, if you so will, put on the apron, and the knife and the matches were always there, and a piece of cordage. Uh, I never got the secrets of making cordage. When she told me this is um, something I didn't listen to, it seemed boring to me then, but well, it's, you know how it is. You don't listen to your elders until it's too late. And well, she went on foot from Silesia to the Ruhr region, and this knife and some matches and a piece of cordage was what she carried. I think you know what I want to say. I have got a little piece of hazel here, already dried out a little bit by the sun, and you can see obviously I sharpened and reworked it a little bit, um, and if you look at that, yeah, obviously it needs a little bit of getting accustomed to, and it is obviously not a bushcraft knife, but it's not what you carry, it's what you know. And if you look at that, it's really suited to make fine shavings and fine details. So you can even use it as a carving knife, like this. Stop cut and stuff, and don't get me wrong on this. I really do love a good bushcraft knife. Love my customs, love my my Mora Gorbag and the other Moras, and I even have some cold steel SRK somewhere, but well, I think a lot of guys on the internet webs have it back to front, and it sometimes comes a little bit across that bushcraft were a hobby, survival were a hobby, but it isn't. It is a really serious thing if you are confronted with it, and it's not something you do for your ego. And this is what I'm constantly trying to say, is that this is a really serious issue. And actually, I do a lot of harness stuff, and I carve little dwarfs, and I try to make something cute and funny, because life doesn't work that way, that you are constantly on alert. You can't. This is actually a very important thing to keep in mind on in the case of survival. And my grandma would have had something to say to all the guys needlessly doing something like Alone or other shows. And she wasn't even too fond of Rüdiger Neberg, whom she actually saw on the TV when he was doing features and stuff. And I think Rüdiger Neberg was for the time a rather sensible thing to watch. And if you if you have walked the distance, and like a lot of elderly people still had to, or unfortunately people from Ukraine or in Gaza or what have you, and I'm not I don't want any to make any political statement about that it's just the Russian people suffer, the Ukrainian people suffer, and it's shit. It's war is shit. And you know what? I'm very glad that the Russian people and the American people defeated my country in World War II, because other than that we would have a real big shit show going on at the moment, even greater than what we already have. And I want to say, well, keep your perspective, folks. Be grateful for what you have, and don't take everything so serious, and don't believe everything you hear. It's not, well, I'm not doing some conspiracy theory here. I'm just saying that there are people everywhere in the world, and that's a pretty commonplace. And I am grateful that my grandma told me what she told, and grateful that I actually listened to her, which is not self-evident. So this is the thing about this rather grave heritage. Bushcraft and survival are not hobbies. Carving is a nice hobby. It's an art, and take your time to relax, calm down, and please don't get mad with each other on petty topics like what survival knife this guy has and what survival knife that guy has. It's not about that. This is a survival knife because someone survived with it. So I think by the way, my grandma never used it for reasons of self-defense. Never. She would have, at the notion, she would have whacked the shit out of me. I would have gotten a smack in the gob that I would certainly have realized, and that's not what she was about. Quite the contrary. And so survival is not a sport, it's not a hobby, it's something that is very serious.